This class is a short little movement break to get you up out of your chair, away from the computer, and just move your body away from that rounded forward head type of position that we tend to sit in at our computers working all day. So we'll start off with a reset. You'll need a block and a small rolled up towel of some sort. We're going to use that first, and then the block will come in right after that. So coming down onto your back with the knees bent, this towel roll is going to go under the base of your skull. So where you feel like that little bump kind of pump out, that's where your towel roll is going to rest. So your neck is free of touching anything. Okay, lengthen the back body. So your head is a tiny bit lifted here. And what we're going to do is just pull the chin and the front of the throat down towards the mat. So it's not like you're trying to lift your head. You're not rolling or rounding in the neck. You're just pulling straight back. So that forward head position makes the back of the neck where it meets the skull very tight. So we're just going to pull back a few times here. Maybe holding it for a few seconds. If it feels good, you can hold it longer. Almost that double chin feeling. 2 more let's do for now. You can always pause and do more. And then release that. Take a breath. And then you can support your head to lift off of that and move it aside. And then next we're going to grab the block. You're going to have to come up on your hands here. The block is going to go underneath your shoulder blades. So that bottom edge of the block is going to rest right where the bottom of your shoulder blades point. Okay, and then here we'll support the head again, interlacing the fingers behind the head and really wrap the elbows in towards the face. Let your back start to drape over that. And again, your chin isn't reaching up. It's pulling back with the support of the hands. So it's more relaxed and your hands are a little bit higher towards the back of your head. So this is just a little bit of chest opening here. Coming into a little bit feeling of extension in that thoracic spine, upper back, rib cage area. And if you'd like to add to it, you can do this one time or over and over again. Just slowly open the elbows to any amount that feels right. And whichever version you are choosing, take a few breaths. All right, to come out of this, we'll bring the elbows in first. Lift yourself up with your hands, and then you'll use one of those hands beside you to support you. Roll to that side a little and move your block aside, coming back onto your back, using that block between your thighs. So it's going to go the smallest or the medium setting, and then your back is flat on the mat. So we've already established that neutral neck and that little bit less of roundedness in that upper back. And now we're going to start engaging the core and the pelvis muscles. So hug the belly down towards the mat, a little tilt up of the tailbone, and curl the spine up one vertebrae at a time, like a wave in the ocean. Roll it back down, really draw in through the abdominals to roll down. And then roll it back up. We'll do about 5, maybe 8 of these if you're going more quickly. But the motion should be slow and controlled so that you can feel each vertebrae trying to tiptoe onto and off of the mat. Really engaging the core, engaging the glutes with each movement, not letting them go. All right, that last time that you roll back down, we'll remove the block, place it aside. You can always use it throughout your practice if you need. They're starting off in this same position. Cup the skull with the hands to do some abdominals. Take an inhale, hug the belly down towards the mat. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders off the mat. We'll bring the left knee over the hip and twist just an inch or so towards that knee. Keep off of the right shoulder, left shoulder blade so you're not dropping down on that shoulder blade. Turn back to center, lower the foot and inhale. Exhale, lift up. Right knee over the hip, a 1-inch turn to the right. Come back to center, lower the foot, lower down. Exhale, lift up. Left knee lifts. We'll take that twist to the left And you have the option of staying just like this or gripping that right foot and pulling it back towards your bum. And then come back to center, lower that left foot, inhale down. Exhale, lift up. Right knee will come over the hip, taking that 1-inch turn to the right. Maybe that left foot grips the ground and pulls back towards you. Come back to center, lower the right foot, inhale down. We'll do one more to each side, one more addition. Exhale to lift. Left knee will come over the hip. Options to do that, gripping and pulling with the right foot, twisting to the left, and then maybe reach that right arm outside of the left leg and reach a little further towards the top of the mat. Lift the shoulder blades a little bit more. Return the hand, come back to center, return the foot, inhale down. Last one, exhale, lift it up. Right knee over the hip, twisting to the right, pulling back with that left foot. Maybe that left arm slices outside of the right leg and helps you lift a little bit more off the shoulder blades. Return the hand, come back to center, return the foot, and inhale, lower down. Take a nice big breath in and a full breath out. All right, we're gonna bring the knees to the chest and then over to the right. Right leg is gonna rest on the ground and your right hand, your elbow and hand are gonna create a kickstand for your left inside of the knee to rest on, and then we'll extend that leg long. Left arm can be wherever it's comfortable. It can reach out to the side or be on your body. And we're just gonna add a little pointing and flexing of this left foot. So this is a little nerve stretch. So if we sit a lot, this can get tight. You can feel a real zing sometimes going down your leg as you do this. That's the nerve getting pulled on. And then we'll rebend that knee, roll onto your back, knees come back into the chest, and over to the left. Left leg rests down, right arm and hand will make that kickstand for the right leg as it extends long. And again, point and flex with the right foot. And then rebend that knee, come back onto your back. You can roll to a side or you can rock yourself up to get moving a little bit more. So we'll start by sitting. So you can sit any way that's comfortable, cross-legged or on a block with the ankles underneath you, whatever feels comfortable and natural to you. Sit tall and just take a moment to breathe. Feel if you've already noticed any changes. Does your neck already feel like it's back a little bit further? Does your spine feel a little bit longer? All right, and let's come up to stand at the front of the mat. Again, you can have blocks within reach and handy at the front of the mat if you need them. We're gonna start with the hands on the hips. Stand tall. Glutes are a little bit engaged, belly's a little bit engaged. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna sit back with the hips, let the knees bend and come into a chair squat. And then rise up to stand. Reach the right leg out to the right, toes stay pointed forward. Bring it back in, land, sit back into your chair. Come back up, right leg reaches open, abducts, place it down, sit back. We're gonna do 5 of these, so we have 3 more. Stand, reach, step, sit. Stand, reach, step, sit. So there's no momentum. Last one, stand, we'll reach, place the foot down, sit into your chair and fold forward. You can bring fingertips to the mat or palms, or you can use blocks here. Step back with the right foot and lower the knee and the top of the foot if that feels comfortable. Coming upright, let's bring the left arm around the back. So you're helping to guide the tailbone down. Right arm will reach up to the sky. Hug the ribs in, the glute is on, the feet feel like they're pulling towards each other. And you've got this nice strong core here in the center. Lift up through that right arm, create some length without the ribs reaching forward. So you're lengthening straight upward. And then we'll add a side bend. So reaching to the left with that right arm. Not a huge movement, not a lot of wiggle in the lower half here. And then coming back upright, reach this right arm straight out to a T with the palm facing up. And then peel those fingers back to point to the ground. Here's another nerve stretch here. If this is enough, stay here. Or without reaching the chin forward, so you've got that retracted neck already, tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. And that might add a little bit more if you need it. Watch those ribs don't start to flare. And then bring the head back to neutral first. Lower that right arm down. You can stay here and do shoulder rolls, or you can tuck the back toes and lift the back knee and alternate one shoulder at a time, rolling up, back, and around, getting a little more mobility there. All right, so if you have that knee down, you'll bring the hands down in front of you and start to turn to your right, pivoting the heels into goddess pose. You can do this more as a wide chair if you need, wherever your knees line up with your toes and don't cave inward of them. Okay, we're going to bring the arms into a goalpost. Draw back through the shoulder blades, not worrying about the elbows. Hug the core strongly, tailbone points towards the ground, and we'll add a twist. So this twist is all above the belly button, rib cage, thoracic spine. You can add a little momentum here as long as it doesn't knock you over. You're holding strong in that lower half. Getting some mobility in this direction. All right, slowing that twist down. We'll bring left foot to turn about 90 degrees, and that right foot will turn back, the heel back. Warrior two, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior. That right hand comes down the back leg, left arm lifts up and over. The pelvis and below again doesn't change, side bending more so. Lift the breath into those left side ribs. You can look down, relax the neck. Inhale, come back to center, warrior two. And exhale, reach that left arm to rest on the leg, not a lot of weight. Reach that right arm up and overhead. And again, side bend, lift up through those right ribs. Stay here and just backstroke this arm. All right, the next time you backstroke, we'll take this arm and windmill ourselves, pivoting the feet up and over. You can grab a block here. That left hand is gonna land next to the right foot for a twisted crescent lunge. The back heel is lifted. You're in that lunge position with the feet. And this right arm is gonna reach up to the sky. And then we'll lower that left knee down. Again, you can keep the block or move it. Turn your right toes out towards the right edge of your mat just a little bit. Reach this right arm up and over the ear and pull back through your right hip. Release the head. Nice little stretch into that hip. And then we'll bring that right hand down, step that right knee to meet the left. Moving your block aside. Walk the feet back into plank. Shoulders are right over the wrists. Option to lower those knees for modified plank. Watch you're not dropping the head forward. Slowly lower down. Come down all the way to your forehead. Goalpost your arms. And then you're going to squeeze the glutes down. Lift the elbows off of the mat, the arms, hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades back towards the spine. And maybe lift the head. So you're in a goalpost locust. Take one big breath in, let it out. And then we'll bring hands under the shoulders. Press yourself into tabletop or quadruped, hands and knees. And take a little cat-cow. Inhaling, gazing a little forward, and exhaling to round. One more inhale. And exhale. And then lift into down dog. Pedaling the feet for a moment if you'd like. We'll begin the other side in this direction. So we'll step that right foot forward and followed by the left. Coming right into your chair pose, hands on the hips, and then stand tall. Left leg reaches out to the left. Step it down, sit into your chair. Stand, reach, step, sit, stand, reach, two more. Step and sit, stand and reach, step and sit, stand and reach. This time we'll step, we'll sit, and we'll fold forward again, hands to the mat or blocks. We're going to step back this time with that left foot, lowering the knee, maybe the top of the foot, and come upright. Right hand will come to that low back sacrum, help guide the tailbone to point down. Left arm will reach up. Hug the ribs in, lift the ribs straight up. Exhale and side bend over to the right. Small movement, doesn't have to be a big giant side bend. And then coming back upright, left arm will reach out to a T position, palm facing up. Peel the fingers back to point to the ground. And then maybe adding that right ear to right shoulder, side bend of the neck, that extra zinger. And then bring the head back to center first. Release that left arm. You can stay here again for those shoulder rolls or tuck the back toes and lift the back knee and then add those shoulder rolls in. Back knee can be bent as much as you need to keep some space in the low back. No scrunching there. Nice little twisting mobility action here. And then we'll turn to the left to face the side of the mat, pivoting the heels inward for goddess. Arms goal post, shoulder blades hug each other towards the spine. Belly is in, and we add our twists. See if it feels a little looser this time around. All right, slowing that down, we'll turn to warrior two. The right leg turns about 90 degrees and the left heel spins back, arms open. Sits bones draw together, core is on. Take that inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior, left hand down the back leg, right arm reaches up and over for that side stretch. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, up and over with that left arm. And then take that back stroke here. So they can be smaller circles. They don't have to be as big as possible. If it feels clunky in the shoulder, watch those ribs don't flare forward. And then we'll windmill up and over with that backstroke to face the back of the mat for that twisted crescent lunge. So again, you can use a block down right underneath the shoulder with the right hand, and the left arm lifts. Take a nice big breath in. And then we'll bring that hand down, bring the right knee down. Keeping this hand down or removing your block. Reach the left arm up by the ear, turn the left toes out slightly and pull back through that left hip. And then return the hand, return the foot. We'll step back for our plank. Option to lower the knees first and lower slowly down. Forehead touches down, we'll go post the arms. And then inhale and lift the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the head, draw the chin in towards the throat and in line with the rest of the spine. And then hands under the shoulders, back to your hands and knees. A little cat-cow, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. All right, grabbing a block if you'd like or something else, come back to a seated position. Again, cross-legged or more of this sitting on the heels type of thing. I'm going to turn sideways for this or a little bit back and hold my hair out of the way. You're going to take one of your hands, sitting tall. You're going to grab the back of your neck like a dog would pick up their puppy from that extra skin on the back of their neck. That kind of a feeling here. You're going to squeeze and pull away. So my pulling is backwards with my hand. I'm squeezing, pulling back. Just loosening up some of that. Don't do it with the head forward. Make the head stay neutral. You can hold it with the other hand. And just release some of that fascia in the back of the neck that attaches everything. And then you can release that. Come down onto your back. And we'll take a little hip stretch, figure four. So starting off with the knees bent, the left ankle will cross the right leg. Ankle bone is past the leg, so you're not pushing on the ankle joint itself. You can stay right here and you can press the left leg forward, or you can draw this right knee straight in towards the right shoulder. Don't let it cross to the midline. It'll change the stretch. And take a few nice big breaths. You can always pause and stay here longer. And then we'll switch sides. So bringing right foot down, followed by left, crossing right ankle over the left knee, maybe pressing forward with that right hand. And maybe drawing left knee straight in towards left shoulder. And again, pausing here for as long as you'd like. Nice slow breaths. And then return left foot to the mat, followed by right. Extend one leg long at a time, maybe adding something under your knees if you'd like. Letting those legs completely relax and spill open. Arms can come wide to let the shoulders drop, or hands on the body and the elbows wide to let the shoulders drop. Closing the eyes if you're comfortable, adding some music or a song. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Feeling that back body just melt into the mat for a few minutes. Letting the backs of the teeth stay separated and soften the muscles across the forehead. Feel free to pause the video and stay here as long as you'd like as well, or begin to deepen your breath again. Adding some movement to the hands and feet, maybe taking a full body stretch, reaching the arms up, hugging the belly down. Maybe that hug of the knees, adding a little rocking, whatever feels right before coming up. And then as you're ready, making your way up to any comfortable seat, sitting tall, feeling the change in just this brief practice. Bring the hands together to the heart center. I hope you have a beautiful day full of happiness, health, and peace. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.